Hello, and thank you for joining us here at the First Alert Desk. I'm Maria Moreau. Now today, I know a lot of people have Dragon Con on their mind. It is coming in about a week, September 1st. Dragon Con will return to Atlanta, and we want to talk to you more about that. And joining us today is Dan Carroll, the Director of Media Engagement and the spokesperson for Dragon Con 2022. Dan, how are you today?
I'm doing amazing, getting ready for Dragon Con, less than a week away.
Absolutely. And right away, I know that you are the expert on all of this. I mean, we're talking about an event that's going to attract 60,000 cosplayers, gamers, sci-fi fantasy enthusiasts, and really people from all 50 states and across the world. Can you talk a little bit about what fans can expect this year that was a little different from last year?
Well, last year, Dragon Con attendees did an amazing job of working within the rules and making sure that COVID-19 procedures were maintained and our folks were protected. This year, we have been able to relax a little bit on that. We're going to be able to forego the verification of the vaccines and the tests on site, but what we're really excited about is the fact that we are expecting a 50% growth, up to 60,000 people coming to Dragon Con this year.
And I think a big thing that a lot of people are excited about is the turnout of the special guests you have this year. We are talking about Will Shatner is a big name, Walter Koenig, a number of different people. Once upon a time, Jennifer Morrison is a personal favorite for me. Can you talk a little bit about what went into, getting all of those people together for Dragon Con? I mean, this is a big deal. This is the beginning of what we can say a post-pandemic Dragon Con. What was the conversation like bringing all of those people together?
Well, Dragon Con is a little bit different than the other conventions because we are the place where during the daytime our attendees come to get to see these great celebrities, like you mentioned, William Shatner, Sam J. Jones from Flash Gordon, and people from like Anson Mount, who's starring in the current Star Trek show. They're all able to, the fans can come and see them live and they're able to interact with them. But Dragon Con is about the fans. And one of the things that year after year the celebrity guests tell us is that they just love being able to interact with fans at Dragon Con in ways that they can't do at other shows. And that's what brings them back every year, why the guest list is always so good, and why people are so excited that Dragon Con is coming to town.
And I remember for myself, one of the first things I did when I moved to Atlanta a year ago was attend Dragon Con. And I remember just the atmosphere of being able to walk around. I mean, we're talking about 5 hotels participating in this. This is multi-level, thousands of people coming out for a similar love and a passion for sci-fi, for fantasy, for all these people that they grew up watching. Can you talk to the person who may have not been to Dragon Con in the past about what they can expect attending one of these events or multiple of these events this year in particular?
Sure, absolutely, because Dragon Con is a place where you can just like what you like. And that could be art, that could be comic books, it could be film. One of the things that's amazing is Dragon Con has an art show and a film festival within Dragon Con. These are things that just talk about the depth of the entertainment experience at Dragon Con. But a lot of people just enjoy walking around. We are probably the event within fandom where people cosplay. And while other conventions have cosplayers, we're looking at maybe 80% of the folks cosplay at some time during Dragon Con. I myself am going to be cosplaying. But it's a place where you get to go and see these amazing sights and get to be part of a community. And you may be thinking, well, I'm not really into Star Trek or Star Wars. But most people who've seen a movie in the past few years has seen a Marvel movie. And this is no longer culture on the side. This is mainstream media. And this is just an opportunity to be part of this in a deeper way. And maybe you're an intellectual type and like to discuss things. We have 3,500 hours of panels discussing things. We've got over 40 bands coming this year. We have parties every night. DragonCon does not close. We're a 24-hour activity. I used to say 24/7. Then I realized we're 5 days, but we start on the 1st, we end on the 5th, and every day in between is just nothing but a giant Halloween mixed with a great birthday party.
That's a great way to put it. And I know based on just the outcome every single year of the amount of people that turn out and make time to attend these events, can you talk about how much time for your team goes into planning this out? Because we're talking about a 5-day event that's just jam-packed with cosplay activities, guest appearances, gaming, different sorts of things for fans to enjoy for those 5 days. How early are you guys planning all this out?
Well, Maria, we start planning it before the previous DragonCon. We are well into planning DragonCon 2023. And when you say my team, I do have a team at DragonCon of about 19 people. But more than that, we have over 117 different departments run by volunteers who do this out of passion to make sure that they're enjoying DragonCon, but also other people are enjoying DragonCon. And working with those departments are over 2,300 volunteers who help put it together. So the planning is just colossal, but the passion behind it makes it very easy. And our conversations with the city, the conversations with the hotel partners, with the Atlanta Convention and Visitor Bureau, one of our most important partners out there. It is all done to make sure 3 things happen: that we have an inclusive DragonCon that's open to everybody who wants to enjoy it, that it's a safe place, because without safety, nothing else matters. And we work very hard to make sure that DragonCon is a safe place, both emotionally and physically. And most importantly, we want to make sure that we're current, that we know what's going on in the world of fandom out there, both on the internet and on streaming, on television, movies, what's working, what's not working, and who do we need to bring to town to make people enjoy DragonCon more. And those planning elements, combined with the fact that we couldn't exist anywhere else besides Atlanta. There's no way we could absolutely capture what so many out-of-town visitors talk about, which is the hospitality. And that's what Atlanta is. Atlanta is a great convention city. Atlanta is a fantastic representation of the Southern hospitality that we're so proud of. And Atlanta is a city where people do things. We don't just have some tennis. We have Alta. We don't just have a 10K. We've got the road race. And we don't just have a comic book convention. We have DragonCon.
Absolutely. And speaking of the passion behind DragonCon, you guys don't have tickets, you have memberships, because essentially DragonCon brings a community together. You talk a little bit more about what those memberships offer and what people who are looking to join can expect from this year and onward.
Sure. Memberships are available at DragonCon.org, and a membership in DragonCon is more than just buying a ticket. It's buying a part of a community. And we do have additional benefits for people who are members, including travel benefits with airlines, rental car benefits through rent-a-car agency. More information on that is available online. But its membership is so important as just a kind of an emblem of what's really going on, because DragonCon's about belonging. And I remember my first DragonCon I went to, I didn't know anybody. I went by myself, and I had friends by the end of the first day, friends who are friends still now I speak to on a regular basis. And every year I just got to know more amazing, great people. And, there's so many stereotypes about geeks, but I got to tell you, some of my friends who are big gamers, they're also corporate executives. Some of my friends who are customers are also attorneys, doctors, One of my favorite people to volunteer with was a doctor who flew down from Toronto every year, and we used to work the help desk together. Um, and it's got all types, and all types are welcomed. We pride ourselves on going out of our way to ensure that there's no division among DragonCon attendees, that everyone gets to be who they are, and we love when we get a chance to celebrate gender diversity, sexuality, when we get a chance to celebrate racial diversity, and when we get to just take our differences and find our commonality while each celebrating each other's individuality. And that's what community is at DragonCon.
Well, Dan, you're certainly getting me excited about DragonCon this year. I gotta ask, this is a 5-day event. Are there tips for success from an expert such as yourself on how to navigate those 5 days to get the most out of DragonCon?
Absolutely. So the first rule is simple. Download the app and make a plan. The DragonCon app is available for Android and for iOS, and it gives you an outline of everything that's going to happen, which is, like I said, hours and hours, thousands of hours of events. And you can plan what you want to hear in terms of music, what you want to see in terms of panels, who you want to meet in terms of celebrities. And you can make your schedule, but be willing to give it up, because DragonCon, it's a world of, I don't want to say pure imagination, because I think that may be inappropriate, but it's a world of possibilities. So much is happening all the time. You could be bumping into somebody at the line to get a hot dog and hear about something you had not realized was going to be awesome, and your plans change and you're suddenly in that direction. And that's the first one. Second thing is, folks, this is Atlanta, so these two are important. Please hydrate if you're coming to DragonCon. It's hot. It's really important that you take care of yourself when you come to DragonCon, because it is so amazing that time dilation happens and you forget you haven't eaten or drank for a while. Go ahead and make sure you get yourself some water, and please take MARTA. Absolutely take MARTA. It's a fantastic way to get to DragonCon. This takes you right to the Peachtree Center Station, which is just across the street from DragonCon. So come on down, and the other one is wear very comfortable shoes. Now, in terms of what you like, you're going to find it at DragonCon.
And I want to make sure I don't forget this part, because I have a few DragonCon enthusiasts that made me ask you this. Talk a little bit about the parade. The DragonCon parade is a big deal. It's a staple part of the 5-day event. What can fans expect? This is actually the one that's free to the public. It's not just members this time. Is that correct?
Yeah, specifically, the parade is our gift to the city of Atlanta. We had, in our early days, been looking for a way to express what DragonCon really is to Atlanta and what it is in itself. And we had a few hundred people in costumes walk down Peachtree Street. I don't think they even went 3/4 of a mile. And we've grown since then. We provide an event unparalleled in Atlanta with 3,200 costumed paraders marching down Peachtree Street for a mile. It's available on TV, and it's available through our DCTV, which is our DragonCon Television YouTube channel, so that anybody can watch it from home. They can enjoy it in the comfort of their pajamas, and it's just amazing. Have you been yet, Maria?
I have not been. I didn't know about the one last year somehow, even though I went to one of the days. I missed the parade, and I'm determined to go this year. So hopefully we'll run into each other, Dan. But thank you so much for your time. And of course, we're going to have this full interview and a link to more information about DragonCon on our website, cbs46.com. I want to make sure I didn't leave anything out. Any final words from you, Dan?
Well, there's so much about DragonCon that we could not cover everything. We couldn't even cover a minute portion of 1%. So go to dragoncon.org, find out more about us, follow us on social media, DragonCon. And thank you so much for having us today. And we look forward to seeing all of you next week.
Absolutely. We will continue to tune in. Thank you so much, Dan. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, Maria.